Hello, Virgo. Welcome to your reading for the month of June 2019. This is your wealth, prosperity, money, abundance, finance reading for Virgo. Now, many of you already know that I am a Virgo through and through. I actually have double Virgo in my chart, and so I always enjoy doing the Virgo readings because I just love the insight and sharing these spiritual hits that I get with you. Now for this month's readings, I am using my Trip and Wait Tarot deck. I keep saying that this is a very chatty deck and that it does not hesitate to bring forth messages and information as we need them. So let's go ahead and get started, Virgo. See what I mean? Very, very chatty. What do we need to know for the sign of Virgo as it relates to money, wealth, prosperity, finance, and abundance for the month of June 2019? Okay, we've got the Ace of Swords. We have Justice. We have the Eight of Cups and the Page of Pentacles. Okay. All right. I know right off the bat that we were thinking about walking away from something, and we have actually changed our minds about that. We have the Ace of Swords. False start. Either we are thinking about starting something and we're afraid, or we start something and then we kind of let it drop, and then we start up again and then we let it drop. So whenever I see this card, this means inconsistency when starting something new. However, we do have the Justice card in the upright position, and whenever I see the Justice card in the upright position, this means things behind the scenes are working out in our favor. We may or may not understand why or how that's going to happen, but just trust that it will. You're going to benefit from something. This could be something work related. That's what I'm feeling. I'm feeling like something behind the scenes is going to work out for your benefit as it relates to your work or to your job. Again, you were thinking about ending something, but you know what? The timing is just not right now. Hold off, because you do have a message coming very, very soon as it relates to work and money. Now, this message is not going to be something phenomenal like we won the lottery and we can quit our work. However, this message is going to slow things down in one way or another. It's going to be some information. It's going to be some information that I'm feeling like it's like maybe it's not necessarily anything bad, but it's something that affects you, and it's not going to affect you necessarily negatively. Like for example, let's say you're at your job and then, somebody quits, and so that creates a new opportunity for you. Or it could be, maybe a client says, I need you more, or I want to change my contract or something like that. It's not going to be devastating. It's just going to be more unexpected is what I'm getting. So be on the lookout for that. Be on the lookout for things working out behind the scenes, and also a message that is very unexpected. What do we need to know for the sign of Virgo as it relates to money, wealth, prosperity, finance, and abundance for the month of June 2019? Now, you saw this King of Cups wanted to come out. This is all about emotions. This is somebody who it's like he's very strong emotionally. He's not an overly emotional person. However, this is something all about your feelings, and it's about trusting your feelings and trusting your emotions, and that they're guiding you and leading you in a positive direction. We also have the Empress here. This is not necessarily the birth of a new idea or a new project, but this means, things are just taking a little bit longer than you anticipated. I also see you making a decision. You were contemplating your future here, and it looks like that contemplation is finally coming to an end, and you are finally ready to decide. You're deciding to just kind of make a decision and stick with it instead of living in limbo. Because that's kind of how things have been for us. Right, Virgo? We've kind of been not making a decision. And I guess indirectly that is making a decision. But we're taking our power back. And we are taking that back in a good way. All right, now here we have the Six of Pentacles. This is a card of generosity. And you know what, Virgo? Whenever I see this, this means we need to stop overgiving. We need to stop doing so much for others and not doing enough for ourselves, whether that be self-care, whether that be spending money on ourselves. We have to be careful that we are not neglecting ourselves in the process. I want to pull one more card, Virgo, because I'm just feeling like there's more. Yes, yes. All right, we've got the Hangman in the reverse. Now, the Hangman is a card about being stuck, and being in limbo. However, when he shows up in the reverse position, that means we are moving past that. And again, I think this just kind of reconfirms what I said here when we were contemplating our future and we have finally made a decision. Again, the Hangman in the reverse means that stuck feeling is definitely moving past it. We're moving away from that. We are overcoming that. We are definitely ready to kind of stop being stuck. We're making the choice to be unstuck, and that's definitely a good thing. Let me go ahead and get some clarifiers on this. All right, what do we need to know for the sign of Virgo as it relates to money, wealth, finance, prosperity, and abundance for the month of June 2019 for our Virgo? Virgo. One more. What do we need to know for the sign of Virgo? Okay. We do have some disappointment coming up, Virgo. We have the Six of Cups in reverse. Now, this is nostalgia and the past. Now, we may have been stuck in the past emotionally, but again, this is coming to an end. We're moving past that. We also have the World in the reverse position. This is a card about things coming full circle, however, not necessarily in the way we expected them to. This is not a bad card. The World is always a good card, and I always see that sometimes too when this card comes up, it's a card about delays in travel or delays in moving, like if you're moving somewhere or, relocating. And I'm not sure if that is what's coming through because this is a general reading, but I do see this as a slowing down of, things turning in your favor. So this is all about being patient. Now, this Three of Swords here, this is definitely a card of disappointment and heartbreak. Now, it could be in relation to a relationship, but it could also be something related to business. Maybe you didn't get the big account you were going to get. Maybe you didn't get the job you were going to get. But there is some disappointment coming through for us, Virgo. Let's see what that is all about. What do we need to know for Virgo as it relates to money, wealth, prosperity, finance, and abundance for June of 2019 What is going on with this disappointment that could be showing up for us in the month of June? Okay. All right, so we've got the Five of Pentacles in reverse, and then we have the Page of Pentacles in reverse. So this is a message, and this is all about a message as it relates to our money. It could be a disappointment, or it just could be, this is something where we're moving past a poverty, lack, and lack mindset. We are moving past that, and we are moving into an abundance and prosperity mindset. So there is going to be a message coming through in June. Like I said, there's a mindset shift that's also happening. Hold on, my cards are all right. What do we need to know for June? I really want to know. All right. Bondage in some way, Virgo. I'm feeling this too. I'm really feeling this. You know, we have some unhealthy attachments, and that could be what this disappointment is related to. It could also be what this message is related to. However, we are going to make the mental shift, and maybe this is the only way we're going to make that shift. Sometimes we do have to learn, quote, the hard way in order to learn the lesson and move forward from that. And that's really what I'm getting here. I'm getting that we're going to experience some type of disappointment. We're also going to be breaking the bonds of unhealthy attachments. But you know what? This is what we need to go through in order to shift our mindset and start to change our perception of how we live, how we earn money, how we spend money, how we view money in our lives. Okay, so be on the lookout for that message, and just know that a transformation and a shift is coming. I think that's probably the best way that I can put it for us Virgos. All right, let me end Virgo's reading with a card from the Good Tarot. And for Virgo, we have the Five of Fire. Now, this is very similar to the Five of Wands in the traditional Rider-Waite deck, which means it means that there's going to be maybe some heated conversations, maybe some disagreements, maybe some back and forth conversation. It's not going to be anything, too heavy in that aspect. It's just, how sometimes you run into people who always like to challenge you. That's what I see this is. It's somebody who just kind of wants to kind of push your buttons, and that's okay. Because you know what, as us Virgos we're confident in what we do, and we feel pretty secure in our opinions and how we do things and the decisions that we make. And I say that from experience. All right, Virgo, I hope you enjoyed this reading. I hope it was helpful. If you have any questions, feel free to drop those down in the comments below. If you would like some tips on how to shift your mindset to a more wealth-oriented mindset, make sure you request the freebie I have down in the description below. All right, Virgo, thank you so much for taking the time to watch. I'll see you again soon.